If you're about to take your very first accounting class, you're in the right place because we're going to save you a lot of time and headaches. Welcome to Accounting How To. I am your host, Carolyn Grimm, and that's my sidekick, Terrence. Terrence is our emotional support dinosaur for accounting students and my sidekick. So I've been teaching accounting for, 20 years, give or take, and I've seen a lot of students come through my classes. And what I've found is that students who do really well do certain things, and students who don't do well do certain things. So what I'm here today to do is to tell you what to do, don't do what not to do, okay? When we talk about accounting, a lot of times students expect it to be a math class. And although there is math in accounting, it's very simple math. It's adding, subtracting, multiplying, dividing. It's calculator math. What accounting really is it's a language. And it's a language that nobody is born knowing. So what I see a lot of times is students coming into it with an expectation that either this is going to be some big complicated thing, or how hard could it be? It's one or two of those extremes a lot of times. And what I see happening is students skip over all of the preparation kind of stuff, and they jump right into, I'm just going to jump in and do my homework. And then they get in the homework and they're like, this is a foreign language. Bingo, that's exactly what it is. So if you're trying to do homework without first listening to a lecture or reading the textbook, it is going to look completely foreign. And then what I see a lot of students do is they get frustrated, they get discouraged, they quit, they just zone out, and they never do another bit of work in accounting, and then they end up having to come back and deal with me again. Right? You only want to go through my class once, really. So the purpose of this video is to give you that heads up that you need in order to do well in the class. The first 4 chapters of accounting are the most important because they're the basis, the foundation for everything that you're going to do moving forward through accounting, whether you're only taking one class or you're an accounting major and you're going to take a bunch. So you need to have that foundation because that foundation is what's going to help you to understand what you're doing. And when you understand it, it's no big deal. Right? So the thing that you need to understand about accounting is that it is a language. And just like learning any other language, you're not going to wake up one day and be fluent in accounting without having to learn the skills first. So the things that you want to focus on in that first couple of chapters in particular are getting those basics down. So you need to know the accounting equation and the expanded accounting equation. You need to understand that double entry accounting means that for every transaction, there are at least 2 parts to that transaction. And every business transaction fits within that accounting equation and expanded accounting equation. So that's the basic foundation of accounting. Then within that accounting equation, you have what's called account types. And those different account types are all based on that accounting equation. So again, we're building those skills. Within those account types, you're going to have account names. So if you have an account type that is an asset, within that group of assets, you're going to have different accounts that fall under that. Cash, accounts receivable, inventory. So now we're building on that accounting equation. We're adding those account types, and we're adding within those account types that accounting structure with those account names. Now, everything you're doing in accounting in those first 4 chapters is you're learning how to increase and decrease accounts. So if you have an account called cash, you're going to learn how to increase and decrease that using the language of accounting. So the whole purpose of accounting, these first 4 chapters, is the increasing and decreasing of accounts. And that's what you're going to be learning how to do. And when you understand the why behind it, that we're increasing and decreasing accounts, it's going to make your journey a lot more pleasant through the realm of accounting. So once you've got that foundation in place, then you're going to start doing what's called analyzing transactions. So everything that happens in a business is a transaction. And what you're doing is you're tracking all of those transactions. So for example, if you sell something to your customer and that customer pays you cash, you're increasing your cash and you're increasing your revenue. So your revenue goes up, your cash goes up. Now, when you spend money, your cash is going to decrease and your expenses are going to go up. So you're paying your electric bill, your electricity expense goes up, and your cash goes down. That's all accounting is. We're just keeping track of increases and decreases in accounts. So as you start to look at accounting homework and you see something like paid this bill or billed a customer, you're going to start to understand that that's increasing and decreasing different accounts. When you get that concept, that little gem right there, that's going to help you so much to do well on your homework, to understand the material, and to do well on your quizzes and tests. So what I've done to help you to get those basics, to get that good foundation, is I've created an accounting cheat sheet. So if you're taking a college class with me, this will be in our learning management system. But if you're one of my YouTube students, first of all, hello. I see you, and I appreciate that you're here, and let me know if you have questions. So I will put this in the description so that you can download it and have this handy. So what I've got here is I've got the accounting equation, the expanded accounting equation, and then I have a tab for normal balances and account types. And then I've got the typical accounts that we use in the first few chapters of accounting. I've got them here by account type, so you'll see that you've got assets grouped all together, you've got liabilities grouped all together, equity, revenue, expenses. And then also included a tab where this is alphabetical, because a lot of times when students are doing these equations, they're like, I don't know if it's an asset. I don't know if I should be looking in the assets section or the liability section. So this is going to give you an alphabetical listing that will then give you the account type, the normal balance, etc. And then there's a tab here for the financial statements, because all of these transactions that we're keeping track of are going to be summarized in these financial statements. And those financial statements are going to tell us specific things about a business. Is it making money? Is it making a profit? Is the owner's investment increasing or decreasing? So it's going to tell us different parts about our business and give us kind of a 360 view of what's going on. Because financial statements tell the story of a business. How are things going? Are things getting better? Are things getting worse? So those financial statements are like these snapshots that show us exactly what's going on in a business. So everything we're doing in analyzing transactions and putting them into our accounting records, it all leads to us summarizing this information in our financial statements. I've also included a section for a journal entry format, because a lot of times students have a hard time getting that format down at first, and they start doing weird things that make your accounting teacher go, it burns, stop, don't do that, please. Okay, anyway. And then I've also included a tab for adjusting journal entries. And those adjusting journal entries are chapter 3 in most textbooks, and they tend to trip students up. So I've included the basic adjusting entries that you're going to see in chapter 3 so that you have that format all laid out for you. Okay, so if you have questions, obviously if you're taking a class with me at college, send me an email. But if you're having questions about accounting, you can drop a comment into any of my accounting videos and I will answer you on YouTube as well. So I encourage you to explore accountinghowto.com, which is my website. Accounting How To is also the name of my YouTube channel. So it's easy to find Terrence and I. And on that website and that YouTube channel, there are videos and articles about everything that you're going to cover in financial accounting. So now I'm going to take you over to your secret weapon for doing well in all of your accounting classes. So if you go to my website, accountinghowto.com, you're going to see some tiles here. And click on the one for the class that you're taking. So if you're taking financial accounting or principles of accounting 1 and 2, you're going to go right here to this tile. If you scroll down, you're going to see chapter by chapter different resources that you need in order to conquer this thing we call accounting. So for chapter 1, you're going to see all of these basic things that we just talked about. And that's going to travel through for all of the chapters of your textbook. It doesn't matter which textbook you're using, they're pretty much the same. So there you have your do this first for your first accounting class. I'll see you in the next video. Until next time, stay balanced, my friends.